everyone, it's Claire from Scrappy Nerd UK and welcome to episode number 3, I think this is, in the Use It Don't Lose It series, where we're focusing on basically paper scraps and what we can do to bring those together to create layouts, DIY embellishments, base pages, foundation pages. So I have gone with one of these backgrounds. I actually made this in episode 1 and I just had these 2 paper scraps of this hexagon paper and I just popped them on to a sheet of white cardstock to make a foundation page ready for me to scrapbook on. So I have pulled out my little tray there of all of the DIY embellishments that I made, and I'm just going to have a little sifty through. And what I don't want to do is spend ages fiddling around with which ones I want to use, how many I want to use. I just want to, if I find one that I like, I just want to go with it. So these ones here, I actually think the papers and these embellishments, or the larger frame embellishments, belong to the same collection, which kind of helps because the colours are complementary. So I'd actually decide on going with 2 of the DIY embellishments. So I'm going to go with that banner one at the bottom that has the you and me frame on, and then the one at the top there that says give me all the colours. So I'm just having another sift through the box and I want to see if there's anything else that hasn't made it onto a DIY embellishment that I might want to include also. And because these photographs are of a visit to a restaurant, I thought that heck yes would also work. So I'm going to use that in my layout as well. Now that bag of paper scraps there, I did actually put to one side for card making. However, I did also then think I need some paper to layer my users, mats and layers behind my photos. So I'm going to make the most of the paper scraps first, and then whatever I've got left after I've filmed all of the videos that I want to film, I will put those to one side to make cards with. So I'm just going through and deciding what papers that I want to use. I decide on this black and white swirly one, which I think is from a Maggie Holmes collection, so not from the same collection as all the other bits on this layout, but I decide on that black and white swirl because there are some elements of, and it's not overly black, it's quite a grey black, and I think that complements the little grey hexagons in the background paper quite nicely as well. Now I am very aware that I actually added some thread, some loose thread into that cluster, and I'm going to completely cover it up, and I'm okay with that. Obviously with DIY embellishments, they are not made in mind for certain size photos or certain orientations. So if I ended up covering up 1 or 2 of the embellishments, or if I needed to peel something off because it wasn't working, then I'm absolutely ready to do that with these DIY embellishments. And I get that they can, although most of them are stuck down, I'm sure that they can be altered if I need to for it to fit a certain layout or a certain photo. So in my paper scraps, I also had this paper, which is the 6x6 version of the background paper, and so I cut down that little heck yes and I mounted that onto the smaller hexagon paper. So I'm just having a little play around here with where I want my photos, and I do decide that I'm going to layer them both behind. I'm going to layer this one behind the DIY embellishment, but this one I'm actually going to have kind of tucked into it. And I do decide that I'm actually going to pop this up onto some foam just to give it some dimension. And the reason I tucked the other photo, so that's just a secondary photo, and it's just a photograph of the food that we had. It's not a very well lit photo, it's quite dark in this restaurant, and so I didn't necessarily want to pull it to the forefront of the layout. And also I wanted that banner piece, the fishtail banner piece on the end there, to still be seen. So I decide that I'm going to tuck the photo underneath the cluster, but you can still see plenty of it to see what the photo is of. So there we are. I'm just adding on some craft foam to give it some height. This is just some cheapy kiddies craft foam from Hobbycraft, I think. I just bought a bulk pack And it's great when you've got large areas that you want to pop up rather than using a million pop dots to do so. So there is the bottom one already, and then I'm just going to work on that top cluster. So as I said, I used another one of these DIY embellishments, another one of the frames. I'm going to do the same again. I'm just going to pop that up onto some foam just to lift it off the background a little bit, especially because the background's white as well, so it will look very flat. If I was just to stick that straight down, especially on the, sorry, not white, the colour on colour. So I want to give it a little shadow around it, and by using the foam to give it a little bit of dimension, you get that natural shadow around the embellishment. So I'm just having a flick back through the box. So you can see there's some extra embellishments that I need to fussy cut out with some extra paper that I found that would work great. So I've added that into the box, and I think that I might just keep this box as a revolving supply of DIY embellishments. So as I find papers that I just want to break down but can be fussy cut to create embellishments, then I think I'll just keep this box to one side and handy and just keep topping it up as I go. So I'm having a look back through just to see what other embellishments that I want to include, and I decide to just go a little bit heavier on the heart theme. So there were hearts in the bottom embellishment and two of the hearts in the top as well, and so I just pulled out a few more of those hearts, and I think this is a third collection because I think this is the heart the paper that the hearts was on was from a Vicky Booting collection. So I think we've covered off 3 or 4 collections so far with all of these embellishments, and it's really outside of the box for me because I am very much a collection scrapper. So to actually pull all of these together, actually 5 maybe, because I think that banner piece is from a Bella Boulevard paper as well. So yeah, to be able to pull all of these together from loads of different collections, it feels great. It feels great to get these scraps that would have otherwise potentially have gone in the bin, or just sat in my stash for years and years and years, used up. So next up, I want to add in some inky splatters. And so I'm just deciding on the best colours. I was going to go with the Festive Berries colour to match that kind of pink, but actually Abandoned Coral, it looks very orange on screen, but it's not. Abandoned Coral actually works better, and this little swatch, this Distress Oxide printable swatch, is in another video. I'll pop that in a little at the top of the video now, so you can go and have a look at that video where it's linked. It's a free printable from Ranger, and you can also print the labels as well, but the labels aren't very accurate in terms of the colours that are on that the oxides come out. So it's there for you if you want to use it. So as I said, I'll leave that up on the top for you now. And yeah, it does look very orange when I've used my mat there just to add some colour to it and some water. It really is not this orange. I think it's just the editing of this video. It's for some reason it's made it super orange, but there we are. So I've just added in some ink splatters, and I've done some really small ones, and then what I've done is I've just picked up a bigger drop of the colour, and just used my paintbrush to place those down, so I've got some bigger drops. And then coming in with the, I think this is chipped sapphire, to complement the dark blues of those hearts as well. And again, just doing the same thing, picking up a little bit more so I can add some bigger splashes. And I do put them on the paper, however, they do tend to not react very well with pattern paper. I don't know why, certain pattern papers for sure, and then they kind of almost bleed out into the paper. So I do something to cover those up because the ones on that banner piece I'm not very happy with. So I just bring in these Nuvo drops to finish off this layout, and I do use those just to cover up those blotches that I don't really like. And then this is pretty much the layout finished. So it didn't take very long at all to pull this together. The hard work was already done in the DIY embellishments, and just choosing my photos and adding a few extra more bits along with some splatters and some Nuvo drops, and the layout is finished. So thank you very much for joining me today. As always, if you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, I'd love you to subscribe to my channel, and if you have any comments or suggestions of anything else, then please feel free to leave those in the comment section down below. And right now there's a couple more videos left on screen for you to continue enjoying watching. I'll see you all again next time. Bye.